When is the game really gonna come out? I think it's been development since. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't think this game is ever gonna have a release date. Honestly, you know, in my personal opinion on Star Citizen, I feel like this game is ready for release. They could totally slap a release date on this game right now. But the thing that I feel like is really going to hold the game back, because people will be really upset when they're coming into it, is the bugs. So I feel like if the team literally focused on fixing the bugs, like priority, 100% all focus on bugs, they could get this game into a nice state to then start adding content. You know, all the stuff that they've been adding. They've been adding new ships. They've been remastering planets and adding all new areas to do and all this stuff. But they're not fixing the bugs at all. And I feel like this is almost as if it's an excuse to keep it in alpha. Especially when you look at the track record of games recently. Like, oh my God. Like, it's been so bad. Look at No Man's Sky when it first came out. Released with the worst bugs ever. Really broken mechanics, a lot of things that were really unfinished. Cyberpunk 2077, another one that was hyped up real fucking hard and released super buggy. You know, I feel like overall though, when you look at everything that Star Citizen has right now, like you look at the content, the amount of stuff that you can do in this game, the sandbox of basically like you can go out, you can do mining, you can grab a mission in here, you can do deliveries, so picking up packages and basically be the Uber driver of space or something, you know what I mean? Like you can just run around doing that all day. You can go and you can start doing these search missions, searching for, you know, people that got stranded or whatever, like the mercenary stuff. You got the PvP, you got bounty hunter stuff, so you can chase down NPCs as well as actual real players to hunt them down. You got the prison system. Like there's so much stuff in this game already that I feel like this game is already released. Like I feel like the word early access is just some bullshit like marketing ploy so that they can keep it to the level of saying, oh, it's not released yet, so we have excuses for all the bugs and all the problems that we have. You know what I mean? It will sound like a conspiracy theory right now, but I've heard a million times that when the game is released, supposedly they're gonna get rid of the selling of ships, which I still think is bullshit. But still, I think that whole concept is probably what's holding this game back from being released, because probably the developers are like, oh, let's just keep it in early access as long as possible so that we can keep selling ships, we can keep still getting funded for this whole thing, while, you know, updating the game or whatever at their pace. You know, they can do it at their own pace. So it kind of reminds me a lot of construction. And you know how the way it is when like you have like the government fund a project to like fix the streets or something, and then the construction workers are working on it for like, it seems like years and years and years, because they're like they patch like one little piece of the ground, and then they'll move on to another piece like maybe during the week. You know what I mean? Like they're just dragging their asses. That's kind of what this project feels like when I think about that concept of like, oh, let's just keep it in early access as long as possible, just so we can, you know, continue to do what we do. And that way we can not say that it's finished. So then, you know, all the fans will just run around and say, oh, well, it's buggy because it's not finished. Oh, well, it's missing this because it's not finished. You know what I mean? Like you can use that excuse all day long. To me, I feel like this game is fucking done. Like they could release this shit right now. Like the stability feels nice. There's enough content here for an enjoyable game. Shit, there's more content in this game than Cyberpunk had. I played Cyberpunk for how many hours? Let me look at Steam. How many hours did I play this shit? 42 hours. That's it. 42 hours. I already think that I spent at least 30 hours in Star Citizen, and I'm having a great time in Star Citizen. You know, like, and I spent $60 on that fucking game. And it still was buggy as fuck. It's still buggy right now. The game has been out for almost a year, and it's still buggy. It still has tremendous problems, and it still doesn't have all the content that we were promised. Crazy to think about it that way. You know what I mean? And it seems like the game industry is just like that now. So it's like, oh, just keep it in early access forever, and then, you know, we'll figure it out later. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, right. They don't want a Cyberpunk situation. I don't think anybody wants that. You know, and I feel like people would probably overreact if Star Citizen was released. The people that were the naysayers, you know, the ones that were running around hating on the game all day, those are the ones that are gonna be like, oh, I told you so. You see, it's garbage. It still has bugs. So that's why I think that, you know, if I was gonna make a game like this and it had a lot of promise to like blow up into a lot of things, then I would at least clean up the bugs as best as possible and then just release the game and then just update. I love what No Man's Sky did. No Man's Sky is awesome with what they did. Like Hello Games, oh my god, they blew it out of the park. They don't even charge for DLCs or anything. Like literally, they made all their money from like seriously just the box copies of the game. How mind-blowing is that? Like let me look at the numbers real quick. Okay, this thing right here just says Star Citizen has now earned more than 350 million according to the latest data from Cloud Imperium Games. So this is in November of last year. I mean, we're not going to know the exact numbers of everything, honestly, but that's a serious number. 350 million? And how long has this game been in development? Documents reveal that in 5 years of development, from 2012 to 2017, Jesus Christ. So it started in 2012. Wow. So from these years, 2012 to 2017, the company has spent 193 million and reserved 14 million. So they obviously already made their money back. So that's a good thing for them. So then you look at like No Man's Sky now. Of course, these are all vague numbers, but Steam developer Valve reported No Man's Sky was one of the top 12 highest grossing revenue games available on the platform during 2016. So that was when it first released. 823,000 copies. So that's more than 43 million. So that's chump change compared to what Star Citizen is right now. But I wonder how much No Man's Sky has made up to now. Like I feel like those numbers are probably not going to be displayed. But I want to see like if there's something I could pull up. Because you're looking at it as No Man's Sky was only selling box copies of the game. So it's like $60 for the game, you know, everybody that bought it in launch. But then when it got really bad reviews, the price went down a lot and it started going on sale like constantly. There was a lot of people that had copies already and they were selling their copies for like dumb prices, like $20 and stuff. You think about it that way, Hello Games wasn't really making a whole lot of money at that time. Like they made their big like lump sum of the 43 million, but then like they've been developing and working on this game this whole entire time and managed to fix it and make it even better than what it was told to be. And they're still off of just box copies. They haven't sold any extra ships. They haven't sold DLCs, no cosmetics, nothing like that. And they're somehow staying afloat right now. How big is that team? As of 2020, they have 26 employees. That's it? No fucking way. So how are they achieving all this shit with only 26? That's some really talented people. Or they're really working their asses off. I don't know what the hell is happening there. But like, that's crazy because I think Star Citizen has like 200 employees or more. Let me see. The development team of Star Citizen consists of over 600 people working on making the game a reality. Oh my god, yo, 600 people? So, I mean, it's obvious that, you know, the ship buying, you know, all the stuff that's in the game right now, like buying the founders packs, buying the, you know, the donations they've got, you know, even prior to the game actually launching on the Kickstarter or whatever it was, is like they made more than enough money, and then on top of that been able to fund hiring 600 people, apparently 600 people to work on this project still. Like that's insane. That's insane. And meanwhile, No Man's Sky has 26 No Man's Sky supposedly has 26 people. That's probably the factor in why. But you can see the work ethic though that No Man's Sky achieved. Like it's so insane. It like I have even more respect for Hello Games right now. Like that's insanity that they've been able to keep that game going and staying afloat somehow to be able to continue. That's a passion project right there. 100% passion. So overall, I feel like Star Citizen's ready. Star Citizen is, in my head, is already launched. It's already ready to go. I'm having a great time with this game. The only thing that's holding it back is bugs. That's it. That's why I feel like if you got 600 employees, put freaking 50 employees on focusing on the bugs or something, or more. Shit, if they focus like a majority of their team to focus on bugs alone, this game will be like perfect right now. This game will be fucking perfect. And then from there, you can update the game, add new planets, add new things, add new stuff to do. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like their priorities are kind of off. But whatever. It's just my opinion at the end of the day. It is what it is.